What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Maxed Ultimate Ironman series, where I attempt to fill as many collection log spots as possible. I'm going to be starting this one out on 1118. If you remember from the last video, I went to a Moxliotl and I ended up getting 3,000 total kills there, trying to get the pet. That is the rate, and sadly I didn't get it, so I decided to move on. I then went to the UIM to get the hides, and I was able to fill my final master stash. So I have all the master stashes in the game filled now. I then went on to doing the mage arena, and I got the mage's book after about 5 or so hours. Now I need to go and get my occult back that I wiped in the wilderness a long time ago, so I went and geared myself for Thermy. Most of you know by this point, Jagex has been talking about removing the 1 hour timer from clues on the floor, and this is going to affect me a lot, so I want to try to take advantage of it as much as I can while it's still in the game. So I plan to go and mage jellies to grind out hard clues. Before going and doing that, though, there are some gear upgrades I want to get for Mage, and the Mage's Book and the Occult are 2 of those. This is the gear setup I'm going with, nothing too crazy. I sadly do have to use a whip here. Still should be pretty good kills per hour, though. I'm just bringing a bunch of potatoes with cheese in my inventory. When it comes to the method, I'm just going to be doing what people did like 10 years ago, just attacking it, stepping under, using a DDS for special attacks. And I'm also going to be using a Void Bottom so I can have more magic defense here for longer trips. I just thought as quickly as well talk about the drops here. The 3 that I don't have on the collection log are the Staff, which is a 1 in 512. The jar, that's 1 in 2,000, and the pet here is 1 in 3,000. When it comes to the item that I'm here for, though, being the occult, that is a 1 in 350. I did decide to kill Thermy since I need to do the log and get the pet anyway. It would have been faster to just do the normal ones outside. It's a little bit higher of a drop rate there. It's, I think, 1 in 512 for the occult, but you can kill a lot more of them per hour. I think overall this is just going to be the better way to go about doing it. First kill milestone there is 20 kills and also a combat task from that. So there's 3 total combat tasks here to do. The 2 that I have left I'm going to try to do after this trip. They should be relatively easy to get done. The first one is to kill the boss with only special attacks. Pretty straightforward for this one. You can just run, spec it, and then teleport, go back to your player-owned house, get your special attack back, and then just run back over there and keep repeating it until it's done. Alright, there it is. Elite combat task, 4 more points. The final one here is to kill the boss without taking any damage. And the way I'm going to go about doing this one is specking it and then just teleporting straight out. So I'll walk under it, special attack, and then teleport to my house. It won't be able to attack you doing that. It's pretty much the same as the one to kill it with only special attacks, except for you can only get 1 or 2 off per trip. Okay, there's that one done as well. Hazard prevention. So now I can get back to just doing normal kills. Up to 50 total kills now. I did also decide to go with the Void Top over the BCP here to get more magic defense. It is a pretty large amount of defense, to be honest, from the top and bottom, so it's definitely going to be worth it for me for the longer trips. And there is 100 kills. At this point, I'm also getting about 60 kills per hour. I think it's like upwards of maybe 90 kills per hour with max gear here, so it's definitely a difference, but 60 kills per hour is still quite a bit, especially for using a whip. And up to 150 kills. Well, there's the task done. 201 total kills. Didn't get a single drop yet from that. Hopefully the next skips don't take too long to get another task. Hey, 155 more. That wasn't too bad. Only 8 skips to get it. 300 total KCs. Still no notable drops yet. 55 kills left to go in the task, so I will end up hitting the drop rate on the occult by the end of this task. Another task done, sadly, up to 355 total kills now, which is over the drop rate on the occult. Also, none of the other drops on the log yet either. Surely I get the back-to-back task though with the Slayer Cape perk. Let's see. Nope, it's Necreal, so back to skipping once again. Hey, there we go, not too bad. 15 or so skips, 177 more kills, and up to 400 KC. There is 500 total kills, and 600 total kills. Finally, oh my gosh, 668 kills to get the occult, man. Almost double the drop rate. Finally free from this. I was hoping to kind of spoon one of the other drops, but whatever. At least I have the occult. The only thing I need now is the ancient icon from Muspah, so I'm going to get myself geared for that. Also from that, which is pretty nice, I guess, I have 8 hard clues that I'm just going to leave stacked here until I'm done with Muspah, but yeah, thankfully that's over with. Well, everyone, here is the chalked gear I'm taking to Muspah. I'm only doing, going for the icon, which is a 1 in 50, so hopefully I get it quick, and I don't really have to worry about it. That's why I kind of just threw this setup together. If I was doing more, I probably would have gotten sharks. My looting bag is completely full, as well, which is really annoying, so I have to keep the Void Waker and all of these runes that I'm not using in my inventory. The runes I am using, though, I'm using this ward spell, which is apparently good for getting rid of corruption, so I'm going to be using Bofa only as well. I'm not using a crossbow. I'm going to be flicking Smite during the phase that you normally use the crossbow on, see how that goes. Yeah, overall, not really too much inventory space here. I guess I could quickly go over this log as well. These two drops here, the Ancient Essence and the Frozen Cache, I should get those within like a couple kills. I think it's guaranteed Essence. I've never done this boss before, so Charged Ice you get if you get a kill under 3 minutes, and of course the Icon. So I should get all 4 of these. There's a chance to get the Shard as well, since it's a 1 in 100. But yeah, let's go ahead and try this, see how my first attempt ever at this boss goes. So I'm going to quickly explain the boss to the best of my knowledge. This is going to be the first kill you guys are seeing, so there'll probably be a lot of mistakes during it. It'll attack you with ranged and mage. You can tell if it's green, it'll attack you with ranged, and if it's brown, it'll chase you around the room, use protect from melee. And it can also do a magic attack. You'll see it like charge it and shoot at you. You just switch your prayer to mage. Once it goes into another phase, it'll start spawning these ice crystals on the floor that you have to stay away from. And when it goes into like this final phase here, you have to hide behind one of the ice crystals because it does like a big attack throughout the room. And this is when I'm going to be flicking Smite rather than using the crossbow, which a lot of people do. I just don't have bolts right now, can't be asked making them, and I don't want to lose more inventory slots. And since I'm not doing as many kills, it's not really that big a deal just flicking Smite. It does the same thing. Once that's done, you just finish out the kill, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I managed to get my first kill. It was actually the 3rd attempt. I did die once, and I teleported out another time. Pretty long kill, almost 5 minutes, but I got a hard combat task done. And the first drop is some Ancient Essence, which is another collection log item. Also some Torso Seeds and a Dragon Plate Skirt. Hey, another PB 325. I started with a melee phase too, so I can definitely get this sub 3 minute kill for the Charged Ice, I think it's called. There's not too many combat tasks that I can actually do here. But this one seemed to be pretty easy, so I just decided to go for it. It is a master combat task for killing Muspah while it is completely surrounded by spikes. As you guys can see, I had like 2 tiles left to walk, so I almost died trying to do that one. Oh, there's the Frozen Cache on 19 KC. Still struggling to get that sub 3 minute kill. That's another item on the log. No, another PB, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Like, I'm so close to getting the 3 minutes. I just keep getting unlucky on the end of these kills, just hitting non-stop zeros. And there is the 25 kill milestone for the elite combat task as well. Well, there is 50 KC. Still no ancient icon. There's the first elite though. Also, combat task with that master combat task for getting the 50 kills. So it looks like I'm going over drop rate on yet another thing that I need to get 2 jellies. No, that was definitely it. 305 new PB. I hit 4 zeros on the final phase too. So, man, if I didn't hit those zeros, I would have gotten sub 3. Oh, whoa, what? No way. Oh my god, no way, dude. Oh, that makes up for literally everything. Are you kidding me? There's absolutely no way that just happened. Brother, I just got the pet on 67 KC. Well, let's go ahead and go into the log here. This is what the tab looks like. Honestly, getting the pet here just makes this pretty free. I can go get the Charged Ice with the mage range set up pretty much whenever I want. I still need the icon too, so I mean, if I end up getting the shard before the icon, I could pretty much just green log this. But in terms of pets, that is pet number 23. And per usual, let's go ahead and pick it up and then put it into the pet house. I think it was Coxie that went like 12,000 kills for this, so if that was him, I'm sorry. I really am. Definitely, like I said, one of the better pets to just get out of the way. I guess back to going for the icon now, though. Another Casey milestone, there is 100 total kills, which is the rate on getting one of the Venator shards. Okay, once again, my sleep schedule is pretty bad. You guys will see I did get the Ancient Icon on 108 KC. And yeah, my sleep schedule is bad, so this was like really early in the morning when I couldn't use my mic, so there's no live reaction to this one. I'm happy I was at least able to get the pet live reaction. This one, you know, isn't too crazy, but 2 times over the drop rate for that, definitely pet makes up for that by far. Definitely had a real chance to green log this if I got one of the shards, but that's where the log is going to stay at for now. I'm just going to move on from here. Okay, I went and also finished all of the clue scrolls that I got, so I have 13 hard clues and also 3 elites. I'm going to be saving the hards since I'm going to be stacking this anyway, but I am going to go ahead and open the elites. Nothing from the first one. Number 2, Royal Gown Bottom. Nice, a unique. And another unique from the next one, a Dragon Cane. 2 uniques from 3 elites. Actually, love to see it. I do have everything I need to go to jellies now for these hard clues. The last thing I have to do is to upgrade the scepter, and I can do that by talking to this guy over here from Desert Treasure, and he'll just combine them for me. For I believe like 50k or something. I currently have 9,500 death runes and 10,000 blood runes, and you'll also see a huge cash stack in my inventory. I went and took out all of the GP that I have from all my coffers. More than enough GP to not really have to worry about this at all. I'm just going to be buying all the death and blood runes as well. It's a little bit less expensive if I go to the Scar Essence Mine and do this, but I'd have to get all my rune pouches back again, and honestly, I don't want to do that right now. And I have enough GP, so I'm just going to buy them. Final thing here is I need to make myself iron darts to be able to tag the jellies. Probably end up making maybe like 3,000 of them to start off with. All right, here's the setup. As you guys can see, I have a Void Waker and some soul runes in my inventory. My looting bag is completely full, so those are kind of just leftovers that have to stay in the bottom of my inventory. The Void Waker will still be useful for doing the clues, so that's why I decided to keep that out. In terms of the actual setup, though, I'm going to be using Bloodbark and the Mage's Book, Occult Necklace, the Upgraded Scepter, and the Tormented Bracelet. And you'll see before this, my magic damage is actually plus 10%, but with the 3 items that I went and got, it boosted up to plus 22%, so definitely worth the time to go and get that beforehand. I wish I did this actually before when I did hard clues from jellies, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I have shown the jelly method before, so I'm just going to quickly go over it again, but I'm going to be stacking jellies, barraging them, and the hard clue rate here is a 1 in 60. Along with the hard clues, they also drop totem pieces at a rate of 1 in 360. And you need 3 of those, of course, for a dark totem to get a chance at killing Skatizo, which I'll be getting a decent amount of over time passively as well. Once I get the hard clue, though, I'm going to teleport to my house, go outside the portal, and just drop it on the first tile. Go back into my house, and then use the Krend portal and run back over here. So last time I did this, I stacked 50 to 60 hard clues on the floor at once, and that seemed to be pretty good. I know I tried 100 at one point, and that was just way too much clue resetting, so I'm just going to stick to doing 50 to 60, and I'll find some place to give you guys updates with this. First update here, I have a total of 47 hard clues on the floor. This is where I'm going to be taking a break to go and do these. I am almost out of death runes, so in the 16k death runes that I used and 8,000 blood runes, I got 47 hards. Also, almost 1 million magic XP from that, too. I got really unlucky on totem pieces. With the amount of kills I have, I should have almost 3 total totems, and I don't even have 1 yet. So, once I get to this point and I have all my hards on the floor, you'll see I have tiles over here. One's for a wildy. These other 2 are just for master clues, but what I'll do is I'll pick up the clues, and I'll start doing them, and anytime I get a wildy step, I'll just drop it on this tile over here. That'll go through all of my clues, and I'll do the wildy step separately. That is another reason why this 1 hour timer is really nice, especially for UIMs, because we can just do that. I can just death pile and then do all the wilderness steps at the same time. For now, though, I am going to work my way through these clues. I'm at the point now where I have only the wildy steps left to go. This is the setup that I usually use, just using a dragon dagger, a construction cape, and also the seed pod in my inventory for being able to teleport out of the wilderness easier. Also on the lunar spellbook with some runes to be able to go to the ice plateau and also to the fishing guild. Also, another thing I'm noticing now is I don't have my Karamja gloves or the wilderness sword. Those are two more things that I usually include in this. Okay, there is the first stack of 60 hard clues done. This started with 13, so I did a total of 47, and it took 10 hours to do. So at this point, it's looking like it's going to be about 4.7 total clues completed per hour. Could go up a little bit, could go down a little bit over time, but it's more than likely going to sit between, I'd say, like 4.5 and 5 per hour. 121 total now. I have a random elite casket here to open for you guys. I catch the crystal imps when they're flying around all the time, and I got one from those, so... What? No way. I can't use my mic really right now, but I just got a gilded pickaxe. What? It's the second gilded item I've gotten. Dude, from a random elite too. Are you kidding me? 249. So yeah, coming off of that last clip, insane getting the gilded pickaxe. I always work my way through doing the totems that I get after I complete the clues. And I'm going to be starting out here on a total of 48 Skatizo kills. This is kill 49. Pet rate is 65, so I am still under the rate. Well, there is another Dark Claw on 50 KC. Here's what the log is currently looking like. Still trying to get the pet and also the Jar of Darkness. And those totems are going to put me up to 54 kills, back to jellies. Ooh, there's a HP milestone, 70 million total HP XP. There's another clue stack update, just hit 200. I also am doing, it looks like, about 4.7 hards per hour, so this is around 42 to 43 hours in so far, and up to 300 total hard caskets. Also, another update on the Skatizo KC, I just hit 60. Also, 2 more totems left to go. Let's see what I get off of this kill. Nothing really too useful. It is nice, though, that you always get a hard clue from doing them. So I'm up to 400 total caskets now. I was originally going to take a break at 250, but I do just want to keep going with this as much as I can. Apparently, there's supposed to be the clue blog tomorrow, so I'll be able to give you guys a general idea of what's going on with that. For now, though, it's going to depend on that tomorrow. I'm going to keep going and try to hit 500 by then, though. Well, that's kill number 65 here at Skatizo, which is the drop rate for the pet. See if I just managed to get it right on rate. Another shield left half. That's always great to see. I think this is like a 1 in 150 or something. I've gotten it twice since I've come back here. But with that kill, means I'm going to be going dry on the pet. Another huge update on the stack count. I have up to almost 500, and for some reason, 4 of them despawned. I did stack 100, I'm not going to lie, so it's probably why. But up to 496, almost 10 million magic XP gained. I'm actually almost close to 50 million XP. This is where I'm going to be taking a break, though. Also, it's really good timing. The clue blog did come out, and they addressed the 1 hour timer. I'll just show you guys on the screen what they said about it. They basically said the amount of clues coming in the game, even with a 1 hour timer, doesn't negatively affect the game. So instead of them just removing it, like they said they were going to do before without polling it, it seems like they decided to actually poll it now. So it's not 100% staying in the game, but there is at least a chance of it now. So I do want to continue doing these hard clues until I know what happens with that poll. For now, though, I am going to take a few days break just because I need to get some content recorded. I think I got maybe like 4 or 5 minutes recorded over the time it took me to do these hard clues, which was like, I think 105 hours or so to stack this many. So these are just going to be sitting in the bottom of my inventory. So 2 things here. Number 1 is I want to go and sell these soul runes that I've been holding on to. There's really no reason for me, honestly, to have a stack of these. And my looting bag is starting to get pretty full. I need these spaces, so I'm just going to sell all the soul runes. It's like, I think 6 mil or something for selling all of them. Before I go to my next, like, I guess decently sized grind, I want to use up all the cannonballs that I got. 6,800, pretty decent amount. I'm going to be doing the same thing I did last time as well, and killing ghouls again to try to get that champion scroll. Not too sure how many kills this is going to get me. Last time, I'm pretty sure I had over 8,000 cannonballs, and I got a little over 3,000 kills, so maybe like 2,700 or something. I am starting out here already being on 8,110 total kills. So by the time I finish this, if I don't have the champion scroll, I'll be 2 times over the drop rate. For those of you that don't know, of course, it is a 1 in 5,000 chance to get the gold champion scroll. Well, once again, no ghoul champion scroll. 2,407 more kills added to the kills that I had before, so I have a total of 10,517 ghoul kills done now. Still, anytime I get cannonballs, this is going to be my go-to, though. So next up here, the thing I'm going to be doing for my little break between hard clues, I want to do the new Royal Titans. There's also prayer scrolls in here that are kind of like between having Mystic Might and Augury, so it'll help me when killing jellies anyway, so I think that's probably the best thing for me to do right now. Got myself set up to do Royal Titans. I am not going to lie, there is so much different setups you can use here. For UIM as well, I tried to do my best to like minimize the amount of switches I need to bring, so I'm not going to be doing like a huge amount of damage, but yeah, I don't really have much inventory space with everything else I need to bring, so pretty much for the most part I'm just bringing one-way switches. Also, I have had some people mention that they just tank the little minions and they don't even bring a magic switch, so I might try doing that once I get the amulet to be able to teleport up here and just do it every single kill. But I am going to be ending the video here. You guys might be able to expect another one next Sunday. I'm going to try my best since I am going to be going back and forth between this and doing hard clues. I still won't be getting too many clips. Also, another thing I wanted to start doing again was showing you guys the high scores at the end of every single video. This is something I did with my Hardcore Ironman series. If you guys watched that, you'll remember. I think it'll just be cool so you guys can keep track of what's going on with the high scores. Currently ranked 16. I do still have a lot of easy slots that I could do, so I could definitely see myself getting up to rank 12. The gap from 12 to 11 is pretty big, though. It's almost 50 slots. In terms of rank 1, yeah, I'm probably never going to get that, or it's going to take a really long time. But yeah, I hope you guys are still enjoying these videos, and I'll see you either next Sunday or 2 Sundays from now with another one.